Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Todd Skaggs, and we're back here on the My Hometown TV show. And you can also hear this audio on the ArcINet audio, and that I mentioned before, just before our little break there. And I mentioned that we was going to have a guest today, and her name's Angie Thornton, and we went to high school together, and she's here to talk about a weight loss program that she is doing. She has Facebook pages, websites, and she's writing a book. That's pretty amazing. Her mom, Melody's here. Hi, Melody. And so we're just out here in downtown Benton having a great day. It's a beautiful day.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't have wore a black shirt, though, because I'm kind of cooking. Someone walked by and said that they smelled a bacon sandwich cooking. I was like, no, that's just me. But it's like, 83 degrees out here today, and it's beautiful. I mean, the backdrop we've got here is great. The courthouse is right there. And are you glad to be back home?
Yes, for those of you who don't remember, I was Angie Benoit when I was here. I was in class of 87. Uh-huh. And I have not been back here since graduation. I did come back here last year over the summer. My boys and I came and climbed Pinnacle Mountain. That was part of my transformation to reach the top of that mountain, and I did. And it definitely does not look the same. It has grown so much.
The mountain got taller?
No, Brian, and Benton has gotten so much bigger.
It has. What do you think about Alcoa and all that? And Bryant, I mean, that used to be where Walmart was at.
Yes, there was no Walmart there. All we had, remember we had a Pizza Hut with the caution light.
Mm-hmm. And Bullock's Chicken right there.
And that little dairy ice cream thing, you could get ice cream, just a little mom and pop dairy thing. And wow, it's really grown. It
really has, Well, welcome home. And you was here doing some training, I understand.
Yes, I was here doing some training to be and further my education career in instruction, and being able to go more into leadership and instruction, being an instructor.
Well, that's awesome. We drag them back here so that they can train. That's a good thing.
Well, I was a teacher for 19 years. I did get my degree at UNO down in New Orleans, and I was a teacher for 19 years. And now I teach adults. I no longer teach middle schoolers. I further my education in counseling and self-help programs so that I can teach adults now.
Oh, awesome. Well, tell us about your Facebook page, your website, and what's going on with all that, and your book also.
Okay.
You can hold that for
Well, what I've done is that I have found a way to use my struggles and overcome those, lots of sexual, mental, verbal, physical abuse, addictions, spousal abuse, neglect, all of that kind of stuff, and that I have grown up with, and I have found a way to utilize that as lessons. I call it lessons and blessings, and how that I can use that to learn how to have self-love and self-respect, and to set boundaries, and to live a healthy, loving life. And so my website, it is www.enjoylifeandlaugh.com. It's also on Facebook. It's fairly new. I'm new at this, but I am excited that I've gotten it started. And I am just sharing my word and inspiring other people. I've had lots of people tell me that I inspire them and that they see the strength that I have claimed from my journey.
That's awesome.
And I'm just grateful that I can share all that now through my website. I also do personal coaching, counseling, sending ebooks, and helping people. The main focus is to self-love, self-respect. And if you do that, love and respect yourself, then you won't fall into any kind of unhealthy relations or situations in your life.
Tell us about your weight loss journey that you have.
My weight loss journey was when I was in high school. I did, some of you may not know, I was bulimic, and I struggled with the eating disorder. I always used food as a comfort for stress, loneliness, sadness, a lot of anxiousness, and I was just a mouth to hand, constantly doing that. But I would also use laxatives, use epicate, I think you call it, to make myself, get rid of the food.
Right.
And laxatives also. And I had all that hidden. No one knew about that, even my mother. And I was very focused on outward appearance and getting approval. And that stemmed later from being neglected from my birth father and the abuse that I received from people in my life, and not my mother, but some people in my life. And so it was my comfort. That was my drug of choice, food. And so I had battled with that a lot. After having a lot of sexual abuse, I put on weight on purpose. So instead of being thin like I was in high school and college, I actually chose to gain weight. And in doing that, it was my barrier and my safety zone to keep men from hitting on me or abusing me or putting me in unsafe or uncomfortable situations where I cannot say no. I don't want to be here.
Well, I sure appreciate you sharing your story. Now you're writing a book, a weight loss book, and people who know me from over the years, actually the radio station I used to work at is right there at the corner. It's a barber shop now. It was KWI, and of course they've changed ownership now and so forth. But people remember me as Todd the Bod, and but I used to be 700 pounds, and I was on a walker, and I still have to use a cane occasionally, but I'm working out here at local gym, Fitness Unlimited, because they really brought me far. I mean, that family's been great to me, and I still got about halfway to go. I mean, a little less than half. Let's say that.
It's amazing.
But, that's how, we kind of met back up on Facebook, and then you had this group called the Breakaway Club, and I thought that was awesome. I've been wanting to go to your meetings. You live in Louisiana, south of Shreveport.
Yes, I live south of Shreveport. Breakaway Club was to break away from the stereotypes, break away from any kind of message that you have, like inner monologue. And the book is about food, a friend or foe, and food, friend or foe. And we are doing the Breakaway Club as far as a support group online because of people's busy schedules. However, I've gotten you here connected here in Arkansas, and we can set up doing Skype. And I would love to travel, and I'm willing to do that, to have some meetings. I would like to come here. I'd like for you to try to, set that up, and we can have an actual physical meeting too.
And we'll announce, of course, on our show whenever you're in town.
Absolutely.
We're going to do meetings and stuff.
Yes, that would be great.
Now, tell us about your book.
Well, it's called...
She's busy, y'all, I'm telling you.
It's called Friend or Foe. Food, Friend or Foe. And it goes into the different aspects of using food. Just like a drug or addiction, and I compare it to cocaine or any kind of alcohol or cocaine or any kind of addiction that you have. I believe that the addiction of food is just as serious, and it is hard to overcome that, especially food is legal. It's at your churches, it's at programs, it's always having a party, there's food everywhere.
It is.
And we do need food for the protein. We do need the good carbs. Yeah. And we do need to have food. However, there is a point where... A spider?
Yeah.
Good thing I don't have a phobia of spiders.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to get it.
Luckily, that's not one of my phobias.
It is mine. I'm sorry. A big guy screaming across this yard would not have been a good sign on a TV show. Sorry.
But however, I do go into how hard it is to overcome your addiction of food. And I'm making an awareness in the book about seeing that you do use food when you're anxious, scared, lonely, and how hard it is to control yourself. I am a Christian, a devoted Christian as you, and I do believe in a point of gluttony, and I do believe in a point that you are to take care of your body. And it's hard when this kind of food and fast food and instant food in a minute and grabbing a 99-cent heart attack from fast food, but we do it.
Yeah.
And if it's the same programs as far as overcoming drugs and alcohol, you can eliminate that from your life. But you can stop going and drinking. You can stop using drugs. But you can't stop food. We still need it.
Right.
That's a friend or a foe.
Yeah.
But we have to have self-control and self-discipline.
Right. It's all about choices. I mean, I know I've struggled. I mean, there's been the first 150 pounds I guess I lost was all liquid diet.
Yeah.
And that was no fun. But, you know, I'm the type of person now who I've kind of learned that if I can get away with, you know, like the Jetsons, remember how they used to eat the pills, you know? And that kept them alive and they were all healthy, you know, and everything? Well, they're cartoons.
Instant gratification.
Healthy cartoon. I wish I could redraw it myself, which I'm trying.
Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty skinny. They may have actually been underweight.
My flying car, if I got in one right now, would say, I am not flying with you.
Maximum capacity.
But, people keep looking at us like, what are they doing over there? It's really great. But, so, you know, if we don't laugh about this, sometimes we cry. And, you know, and I've done enough of that.
Me too.
I've done enough of crying.
I want people to see me as I am no longer a victim. I have played the victim role, and I have used that card for too many years. And I quit that about 3 years ago when I left a very abusive situation and went into a lot of self-healing and self-love and self-respect programs. And I don't want anyone to see me as a victim anymore. I want you to see me as a survivor. My kids and my mother and my family, my friends, they support me, and I'm a survivor now. I want people to see the beacon of light, the hope, the strength, and the confidence that you can overcome whatever it is you're facing. If you really, really love and respect yourself, and see that we all have baggage. We all have a story, divorces, bankruptcies, abuse. We all have made mistakes, and we all have baggage. And it's not about how the baggage, the load that you're carrying. It's not, we all have that, but it's how you carry it.
Right.
Do you carry it in a negative, overpowering load, and then you withdraw with depression and loneliness? Do you blame others? Do you do self-afflictions behaviors? Or do you carry your load with pride and confidence and say, oh yes, this was a lesson and a blessing, and I got through this, and I am stronger now?
Amen. Now, what is the Facebook page, website, and all of that one more time?
Okay, the Facebook page and the website. Well, the website is www.enjoylifeandlaugh.com. And then you can also go on to Facebook, enjoylife.com. And like that, they are very new. There's not a whole lot of content on there, but you will see this video on there. We will be placing that on YouTube. You'll be doing that, and I'll be writing articles in there. And if you'd like to send a personal email, you can send to my personal email. It's raceangel, RACEANGEL 48 @gmail.com.
Awesome. Also, I want to mention the Breakaway group.
Oh, yes, the Breakaway
on
support
Facebook.
group.
I'm a member of that, and I love that group. I can't wait for some meetings coming up.
Yes,
Awesome.
I want to get that with Skype, and maybe this summer we can come up here and have another one in person, and we can Breakaway Club, and you can go and you can join that, and it's a private group. Any kind of a message or any comments that you put, only the people in the club can see that.
Awesome. And I want to mention, before we close the show, and I want to thank you for being a guest today.
I am so grateful to be here.
Well, that's awesome.
And to be with you.
Well, I appreciate it. And, you know, the reason why we are doing this show and interviewing Angie is because it helps people. And that's our goal here on My Hometown. And she's from our hometown. I mean, this is Arkansas. We love this state. And we miss people when they leave. And I know she's from Louisiana. We won't get onto her for that, but no, I'm just joking. I'm teasing y'all. But we do want to welcome her home whenever she gets here, and we're also that she's visiting. And you know what? Now with technology the way it is, you're never too far away from home, you know?
No.
You're just a click away, you know?
I'd be glad to drive here. bunk up with someone or get a hotel or like to get together and let's climb Pinnacle Mountain. Let's get up that mountain again.
Well, it's all freeway, so we don't have any excuse.
No, it's easy to get here.
I want to invite everybody also to go to our one of my pages on Facebook is helping those in need. And if you want to make me a friend on Facebook, my Facebook name is Stacy Todd Skaggs. My first name is Stacy. A lot of people don't know that, but it is STACYTODDSKAGGS. I'd like to invite everyone to become friends with me. And then the helping those in need page is on there, and we do have someone in need right now who needs a job, a painting job, and so I'm hoping that someone will go on there and see that need and help these folks out. But that's what that is for. If you need help, you private message us, don't post it on the page. We then put together an anonymous post, and that way it keeps everything legit. Whenever someone wants to help, they message me. I then get the people in contact to make sure that the people who are wanting to help are legitimate as well. Because we don't need no one being taken advantage of or anything like that,
Yes, correct. You can also go to my private Facebook page. You can see me as one of Todd's friends, but that's Angie Benoit Thornton, and you can reach me on there too, and then I can send you an invite to be on the Breakaway Club. And also, if you are in an area you don't live here, with the technology, I can send you some ebooks with help, some things to read. And if you're serious, you're wanting help, you'll start reading these things. And I can also do video chatting, conference through the Skype, and I can help on the telephone as well.
That's awesome. Like I said, just look away.
And we're here.
Yeah. And I want to thank everybody for joining us here today on My Hometown Show. And, like I said, we're here in downtown Benton. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I mean, it's nice. I don't even feel the heat anymore. I think I got kind of used to it, but this black shirt at first was like, wow.
And I just happened to match.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even talk about this.
No. Well, I thought black makes you look thinner.
I don't think mine's working.
It's shadowing.
No, I'm no more crying. That's what we're going to do.
No, joy. EnjoyLifeAndLaugh.com.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us. And I want to invite you to continue to watch and support, your local public access TV. I mean, you just can't, this is a good outlet for our community. And I want to thank all of you. This is Todd Todd, as a lot of people call me. And I want to thank you for joining us today here on My Hometown.
Thank you.